Happy Sunday. I hope you have a plan for today and you're really going to enjoy this beautiful day. I can't believe we're in March already. Very excited about that. Before you know it, it'll be spring equinox and we'll be moving into the nicer weather. Although you never know, right? On the East Coast, we never know. We could have a major snowstorm on Easter in April. Anyways, I want to get on to this week. What does this week bring for us? I want to start with the rune stone. So I'm going to pull a rune stone. Let's pull one for March first, and then meaning for the whole month of March, and then we'll pull one for this week. So for the whole month of March, oh, this one just kind of clung to my finger. Okay. So you won't be able to see it on there, I don't think. You might see a little bit of it. Okay, and this is, let me just find it here. This is the Strength card, but it's inverted. So it's upside down. Let's see what it has to say. Without ears to hear and eyes to see, you may fail to take advantage of this moment. The result could well be an opportunity missed or the weakening of your position. It may seem that your own strength may be used against you. For some, this will serve to alert, providing clues in the form of minor failures and disappointments. For others, those more deeply unconscious or unaware, it may provide a hard jolt. Reverse, this rune calls for some serious thoughts about the quality of your relationship with self. But take heart, consider the constant cycling of death and rebirth, the endless going and return. Everything we experience has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and is followed by a new beginning. Therefore, do not draw back from the passage into darkness. When in deep water, become the diver. So that's for the whole month. And we've been talking lately about what no longer serves you and moving on and making changes in your life, because if you don't, you know what happens. The universe sends the cosmic 2x4 to give you an awakening. So I think that's what they're talking about there. So that's for the whole month. Let's find one for this week. All right, I'll show you. And the history of rune, R-U-N-E stones, or Vikings used to use them in the early days, and they would use their sticks or other stones to carve in rocks, these symbols. So let's see. Okay, so for this first week, we have disruption. So let's see what it has to say. Change, freedom, invention, and liberation are all attributes of this rune. Drawing it indicates a pressing need within the psyche to break free from constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world through the archetypes. The rune of elemental disruption, of events that seem to be totally beyond your control, has only an upright position, yet it operates through reversal. When you draw this rune, expect disruption, for it is the great awakener. Although the form the awakening takes may vary, perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling as coming to your senses, although it may feel like you're coming from a long sleep. Then again, the onset of power may be such as to rip away what you previously knew as your reality, your security, your understanding of yourself, your work, your relationships, or beliefs. Be aware, however, that what operates here is not ultimately an outside force, not a situation of you at the mercy of externals. Your own nature is creating what is happening, and you are not without power. The inner strength you have funded until now in your life is your support and guide at a time when everything you've taken for granted has been challenged. The more severe the disruption in your life, the more significant and timely the requirements for your growth. This is called radical discontinuity. at its most forceful. The universe and your soul are demanding that you will indeed grow. And I think this is very timely, let's say, because with the energies the way they've been, this is the time to make things happen. This is the time to let go of all of that's not working. It kind of goes along with the one for the whole month. So it may start this week, or we could see something in the bigger picture happening where this forces you into looking at, what's working, just like COVID did. Okay, so let's move on. We're going to pull a card for this week from the Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. What do you want to say to everybody watching for the first week of March? King Tide, plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness in life. And what this says to me is, how often are we afraid of change? How often do we not want to have change happen because we're clinging on to the old? And even, I forget what the saying is, but there's a saying about the old enemy is, or the familiar energy, the familiar enemy, thank you, is better than the one you don't know. So many times people are holding on to the old when we're saying, let go, there's something better for you. How many times did you lose a job or get out of a relationship that wasn't working only to get to a better place and go after the fact, thank God I got my dream job, or thank God I got my dream relationship? So I am going to read you what she has to say about it as soon as I find it. All right. Okay. It says, an especially high tide that occurs several times a year when the moon is either new or full and is closest to the earth in its monthly orbit. The king tide needs the waters of the world, and it swells them. The king tide is a time of plenty and abundance. It's a time when everything seems to be at its fullest and most alive. This card delivers a message of receiving all that you've created, of opening yourself up to truly enjoying the bounty of where you are while it's here. Like in summer, when the days are their longest and our energy seems to be at the fullest, we're encouraged to embrace all of life with open arms, to receive wholly and fully while we can. Perhaps you've been working towards this moment for a very long time. This is your reminder to enjoy it while it's here, to welcome all that knocks on your door, the experience, all that life has to offer to you right now. This is a card of full blooming flowers and the season of summer. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, lie on the soft grass and take in the view. Do what you love and what makes you come most alive. Relish everything about this moment. What you're longing for is ready for you to embrace it. Be ready to receive. Bunch of things came to mind with this, is that we need to be in the moment, right? Because if we're having a great day today, we don't know what tomorrow brings. Stay in the moment. Appreciate everything that's good about every moment. So that's one thing. The other thing is that we're always creating, right? We can create in either direction. And when we're in the fruits of our labor, appreciate this came through. I was able to do this and really, go towards your goals. All right, the next deck is, The Oracle of Seven by Colette Byron Reed. This is for the first week in March. Earth Magic. Look at this card. I love it. She's standing on the earth, on her toes. So it's almost like her toes are pulling up the energy of the earth and affecting her. And underneath the earth is where all the magic's happening, all the roots of the trees. There's so much going on in the earth that we don't even realize it in the soil. What's happening underneath it we don't see. And I feel like this is in our lives too, right? When we're creating something, or we just start to learn to create something, we're planting a seed. But while we plant that seed, a lot of time goes by and we don't see anything popping through the soil, and we have to trust that there's a lot going on under the surface. So let's see what she has to say. Whoops. It says, key concepts: being grounded in nature, the quiet, dark place where all things begin, where essence is first ignited before manifestation, knowing you are part of the earth and she is part of you. Earth magic speaks to us to the intrinsic relationship that you and all living things have with the consciousness of earth, also known as Gaia. Imagine the oak tree that begins its journey as an acorn, gathering the life force energy it needs from earth so it can sprout up from the ground. Because you are parts of nature, you follow the same cycle of manifesting. Everything you are, your evolution, and the successful manifestation of your dreams begin below the surface of consciousness until an idea comes, conviction takes hold, and something meaningful can be planted. Be still for a moment, quiet your thoughts, and imagine anchoring your energy to the sacred quality of being part of the living earth. Do this mindfully to connect to the divine intelligence with the power to create the perfect form from the essence of a tiny spark of light. Indeed, this is miraculous. The message now is to trust trust the seeds you've planted in your field of dreams and know that they are in good hands. The earth is a conscious, divine source of love that is doing its part on your behalf. Slow down, take in the beauty of your life now, and trust that what you are intending is being nourished and is growing. Even if you don't see proof of it yet, there will be plenty of time later to tend to your garden, to water, and to weed it. Great magic is germinating underground, working its way to the surface to deliver more blessings than you can imagine. Let it. So one of the things I want to say about that is sometimes I will plant things earlier before spring. I'll get some seeds with an indoor pot. And each seed, you may not know this, but before you plant things, you put the seed in your mouth and it picks up your DNA, your energy. And then I feel like the seed works with the keeper of the plant, the diva of the plant, the fairies of the plant. They already know what they're going to be. So we don't have a green bean seed becoming a sunflower. It has consciousness in it. And so what I do is I put it in my mouth. I think about what I want to create. Example, one thing. So if I want to create better health, or if I want to create something tangible, like I want this workshop to really attract the right people, and I want this many people for the workshop, I'll put it in my mouth and I'll just focus on it. Then I'll plant it in the indoor pot with soil. I will put a little tag around it, like with a toothpick, where I planted it. And I will say what that was for, the workshop or whatever. And it's fun to see which ones come up first, because you might see that the health comes up first and you know that's your main focus for that time, or whatever else. So, you know, I might do 4 or 5 seeds to see which ones are popping up first. Those are the ones that have the most energy and are really going out to the universe. Okay, Mystical Wisdom card deck. And I've pulled this many times before. I love this deck. They're so whimsical and childlike. All right, Dolphin. Don't worry, be happy. Dolphins are so great. Who doesn't love a dolphin? They're so playful. They're here to remind us to play and to not take things so serious. They're dashing in the ocean and doing what they do. I've had my own experiences going swimming several times in Mexico and other places, Florida, with the dolphins, and they are amazing. One time, one of my friends took me there with her son, who is nonverbal, and it was amazing. Started working on her son in the water in this tank. No, I guess it was a pool. And all of a sudden, the dolphins came over and started participating. They knew they were giving him frequencies. And so we have to forget what we think we know, thinking these animals don't have consciousness and they're not smart. Forget it. Dolphins are very smart. The dolphin has the spiritual ability to uplift your spirits with its friendly, playful nature. Escape from the stress of life by being more relaxed and doing more of what you enjoy. Pursue your creative passions and use your energy in a more productive way. Try not to worry about issues you have no control over. This worrying can become a habit, so by taking a more relaxed and laid-back attitude, you can conquer your stress and become more calm and content. And the mantra is, I love to be playful and let go of worry. Wow, isn't that amazing? Another time in Mexico, I took Gerard there, and we went to, he loves dolphins, and we went to this, I'm trying to remember the name, it doesn't matter, to this place that had a huge area for the dolphins to swim freely. And Gerard put on his life jacket, and we were under this like cabana or whatever, and one of the dolphins went through this canal and stopped and came out of the water and looked directly at him and was talking, the frequencies. And Gerard started bawling his eyes out. And it was really funny because whoever was in charge of all of this said to me, is he afraid to go in the water with him? And there was a whole nother experience happening. This dolphin recognized him from another time in another place in Atlantis and was talking to him. And at another level, Gerard had a remembrance with this being without a word, obviously, being, exchanged, just a frequency. And I am telling you, if you saw this dolphin, how excited he was to see Gerard, it was unreal. And I thought it was so funny. She thought he was afraid of it. But anyways, all different levels. Star Temple Oracle, our last card for the first week of March. The Mystic, magic. I weave my magic and surrender to the universe. I sure do. How about you? Love this card. Her name is Tegeda. It says, Star words, request, craft, and focus. You are entering a powerful cycle of cosmic manifestation and abundance. Get ready for blissfully co-creating with the universe and opening to receive a steady flow of magical blessings. You are in your creative flow, crafting your magic with joy. In this space of creative bliss, success is a side effect. Tegeda supports your surrender to the universal mysticism of the creatrix. Don't you love that word? Sounds so sexy, the creatrix. Embrace all the lushness and love you are truly worthy of. You are the mystical, magical weaver, integrating all the elements with intention and focus. This is a time of completion and celebration. And so it is. So remember, we've got a few little challenges this week, as the runes said, and some for the month. But for this week, we have that king tide that reminds us to refuel ourselves and have the fullness of life. The earth magic that no matter what you see, when you throw out your ideas and you give it life, something's happening under the surface. Dolphin, more play in your life and not worrying, keep it light. And the last card, the mystic. So how are you weaving your magic this week? Think about that. What magic do you want to weave? Magic is not, people always think magic's a bad thing. No, we all do magic in different ways, right? So I wish for you to have an incredible first week of March, knowing that each week it's getting lighter and we will be lighter later at night, and it'll start to make us very happy as we're getting closer to spring. Love you all. Bye-bye.